Rome is a cultural empire that can span wide lands and defend them with ease. They're a civilization that excels in culture, military force, and having a strong capital supported by towns. Their unique ability, 12 tables, gives them culture on districts in the capital and city centers in towns. This will allow you to build a culture-heavy capital as it expands with new buildings, and the added culture in towns makes Rome an excellent choice for having multiple towns feeding into your capital. It will also help with filling out the civic tree and studying Rome's civics to unlock their abilities. Rome's first unique civic is Exercitus Romanus, unlocking the Temple of Jupiter building, which provides happiness and extra culture when adjacent to other happiness buildings. You will also unlock the Auxilia tradition, which increases production towards military units in the capital for every town, allowing you to pump out more units as your empire expands with towns. It's worth mentioning that since your traditions will carry with you into future ages, Auxilia will pair very nicely with the fealty military legacy, further increasing your military capabilities for the exploration age. Mastering Exercitus Romanus will give Rome's unique commander, the Legatus, the Bulwark promotion for free. Rome's Legatus is like a typical commander, but for every 3 promotions it earns, you can create a new settlement. This is great for fighting wars and skirmishes at the same time as you expand. And the free Bulwark promotion, while we don't know what it does, will most likely help you to defend new settlements more efficiently. I think Rome's Legatus will be excellent for creating new settlements without the need of settlers. Just remember to be mindful of the new settlement limit and to not expand more than you can manage. Civic Romanus will unlock you Rome's other unique building, the Basilica, a gold building which gets influence adjacency for culture buildings. Combine this with the Temple of Jupiter and you'll get Rome's unique quarter, the Forum, granting extra culture and gold for every Roman tradition in your government. Speaking of which, Cursus Honorum is also unlocked here, making it so every infantry unit that you create grants culture equal to a portion of its production costs. Combine this with Auxilia's military production increase, and you just created a powerful combo for pumping out infantry and getting loads of culture for it at the same time, making it perfect for when you're about to go to war or when you're reacting to one. Even better, let's talk about Rome's unique military unit, the Legion, which gets increased combat strength for every Roman tradition that you have slotted in. So not only will you have a big army, but you'll have a powerful one too. And don't forget that the Forum also benefits from every Roman tradition slotted in, meaning more culture and gold. Mastering Civic Romanus will increase gold in the capital for every town. All the more reason to settle new towns with your Legatus, and then get gold to build them strong foundations. But mastering the Civic would probably be best after you already have a few towns established. Next, we have Legatus Pro Praetor, making new settlements that you found start with a free infantry unit and also increasing your settlement limit. This provides a quick way to get new towns defended, ensuring what's yours stays yours. Alternatively, you can use this to increase your Legatus' army size each time you create a new settlement with them. You also unlock the Latinitas tradition, which comes with increased food, gold, and culture in towns with a specialization, which is unlocked when your town reaches 7 population. As Rome, you'll probably already have lots of towns, so why not get some extra yields while you're at it? It's also worth noting that Rome is one of the 2 civilizations in the Antiquity Age that gets 2 settlement limit increases when the average civ only gets 1, meaning Rome will be able to support a larger empire that much easier. Last but not least is a civic Senatus Populus Romanus, increasing your social policy slots and settlement limit, unlocking a new tradition, and allowing you to build the Colosseum Wonder. The Colosseum is a culture wonder that must be built next to a district, and it increases happiness on quarters in the city you build it. Though you'll probably want to build it in the capital since it synergizes so well with Rome's unique ability, and with their final tradition, Princeps Civitas, which adds production on quarters in the capital. Combining these 3 in your capital means your quarters will be providing extra culture, happiness, and production, making your capital an absolute powerhouse when compared to your opponents. Additionally, slotting in this new tradition with the 2 from earlier, which should be easier now that you have an extra policy slot, will make the strategy of quickly raising an army of legions that are buffed from your traditions and giving you culture from their production cost all the more powerful. Overall, I think Rome is going to make a formidable force whether they play culturally or militaristically. They'll want to have plenty of towns feeding into a strong capital with lots of quarters. And if they get the right combination of traditions and towns, they'll be able to quickly train a huge army of powerful legions in barely any time at all. Now let's talk about some leaders that pair nicely with Rome. Of course, we're going to start with Augustus, who led Rome in real life. Augustus adds production in the capital for every town, which stacks with Rome's abilities extremely well since you're already focusing on having lots of towns to grow your capital tall. Not to mention that production is always incredibly important for city development. He also gets increased gold towards purchasing buildings in towns, meaning his gold will go that much further when developing his towns as well. And he can also purchase culture buildings in towns, once again ensuring that you get your civic tree filled out. Alternatively, Trungtrok is another good choice, as she gains a set number of free promotions on her first commander, and commanders also gain additional experience, meaning your legatus will be able to settle sooner and settle more. Napoleon's revolutionary persona will also pair well with Rome. All of your legatus will be able to move faster and further, making them more efficient, plus you'll receive extra culture when defeating units. Trungtrok and Napoleon both work well if you want to play more into Rome's militaristic side rather than their cultural and city planning side. So what do you think of Rome's abilities, and how would you play them? Let me know, and for more Civilization 7 content, click one of these two videos to watch more. Until then, see you in the next stage.